if you want to be like Christ, then you will also love the church. In other words, you are unlike Christ if you do not love the church. You are unlike Christ if you neglect or abandon his church. And the person who loves Christ will love his church. We have an issue, and it's just a concern of mine, but it's been for some time. But I can tell you this, I guess I blame my own generation, because the generation that came before me, this is something I didn't witness in them. Because today we have such a mentality that when we come to church, we ask this question, what's in it for me? I can tell you the generation that came before me when I was a kid, they taught us something about the fact that we are servants of God, that we are called by God to go wherever he leads us to serve him. We don't have the attitude of what can I get out of this for me. It is about serving Christ and doing what he has called us to do. And it's going to sometimes be in places that are very tough, sometimes in places where we would rather not be necessarily. And then yet God has called us to do this. Think about how many mission fields would never exist if every believer had the idea that I only go if there's something in it for me. What would happen to small churches in rural areas all over the United States, much less all over this world, if all of us as believers continue to have this attitude, I'm only going to go to a place where there's something in it for me. I want all the programs. I want all the things that they have to offer. It's all about me. I remember a teacher of mine as a kid. He would say to me, you need to be willing to dig ditches to make a living if you need to go wherever God has called you to serve him. Now, as a little kid, I didn't know what digging ditches really meant, but it didn't sound good. But I understood what he meant. Being faithful to God's call upon our lives. And it's by our love for the people of God. Serving them wherever they are, being willing to touch the lives of people wherever they are, and to be faithful because of our love for Christ, and because of our love for Christ, our love for his church, to minister to them, and understand that what's in it for me, I'm going to leave up to God. And that's exactly what we see in this psalm as we continue on. But what we see here is a love for the people of God.